Hi everyone, I'm Shannon and this is Jason, and we're the Brink family. We have 4 kids, Silas, Toby, Fiona, and Naomi, and we arrived here in Lilongwe, Malawi, about 2 months ago.
For those of you who don't know, Malawi is a small country, southeastern Africa. This is where God has led us to live for the next number of years. It was quite the journey to get here, and it's been a big adjustment for all of us. We're going to be serving in a Christian medical center here called Partners in Hope, based in Lilongwe, in the capital city here in Malawi. Shannon's a nurse, and I work in IT, and we've seen firsthand how there's huge medical needs here in the country.
We know many of you have been asking and wondering about what our daily life is like here. And much like yours, our kids go to school. Our 3 oldest kids go to a Christian international school that is about a 10-minute drive from us. They go to school with kids from around the world, but mostly Malawian kids. And so they're making friends and they're settling in and just getting used to the new routine of life here.
While the kids are in school, Shannon and I are working hard on learning Chichewa, the local language spoken by most Malawians here. We have a few language helpers who come to our house every day to work with us and introduce us to the language, but also to the Malawian culture and the Malawian people. Although most educated people here do speak some English, it seems that everyone chooses to speak in Chichewa when they have the chance. Whether it's at the local market or in a bank lineup, most of the conversations around us are happening in Chichewa. So for our long-term sustainability and to be able to make the most impact here, we really feel it's important to come alongside the people and speak in their heart language.
And that's why we will be working at Partners in Hope for the first number of months as we settle in and as we learn the language and the people so that we can be more effective when we start our work at Partners in Hope. There are a number of aspects of living here in the capital city that feel very similar to Canada, but many aspects that are different and a lot that we've had to get used to. We don't have electricity for many hours every day. Sometimes we don't have enough water. Just different challenges. Needing to cook differently over a gas stove. It's also a lot hotter here. It's getting hotter and hotter into the hot season over the winter months, which is very strange as Christmas is approaching. It definitely does not feel like Christmas. It's also very dusty. And we also have a lot of interesting animals in our yard. Not squirrels like we did in Canada, but we've seen some other interesting things living close by to us.
Driving here is different as well. We've had to get used to driving on the left-hand side of the road and get used to lots of pedestrians and cyclists carrying all sorts of things alongside the road. Many of the roads are bumpy, dusty dirt roads as well.
In the last 2 months, we've been very thankful that God has already started to provide Malawian friends for us, ones that have had us over to their house. We've got to see how they live, which is very differently than we are used to living. We've even been able to visit some villages. Silas has even been able to pump some water like they pump their water. We've just learned a lot as a family. The kids are getting to know the kids in our neighborhood by playing football in the street, or soccer, as you know it. They call out to them every time we drive past or walk past and look for Silas and Toby, which is very fun. We're also starting to settle into a church community here and finding new ways that we can serve and be part of this amazing place.
We would love for you to continue on this journey with us to discover all that God has in store for us here. We've been so blessed by the way that He's provided for us and been with us along the way so far.
And we'd love for you to continue praying for us. Just pray that we find success in learning Chichewa, that we continue to grow deep and abiding relationships with the people here, and just that God would give us vision and insight to what He has for us at Partners in Hope as we step into our roles there in the next few months.
We'd love for you to keep in touch with us. You can sign up for our email newsletter that we send out about once a month on our website, which is thebrinks.ca. You can also send us an email, shannon.brink@sam.org is probably the best one, or send us a message on Facebook.
We'd love to hear from you.
Gianana.